going on, guys? I see a lot of people always ask the question about revolvers, how reliable they are, and can revolvers jam? Do they malfunction? Do things go wrong with revolvers? And the simple answer to that is absolutely. Um, Now, you take a semi-automatic, for example. A lot of people understand that semi-autos. There's a lot going on with semi-autos. All up here, all up in the action. There's a lot of stuff going on up here. Very important part of a pistol, of a semi-automatic pistol. This is a Taurus G2C. Um, yes, it is clear. There's nothing in it. I don't know why I do this shit. I don't have to do that. It's not like I'm gonna shoot you through the screen anyway, right? But the gun is empty. But semi-automatics, they they're pretty reliable. Technology has advanced enough where most of the time semi-automatics won't give you any problems, but for the most part they definitely can cause problems. Springs wear out, uh firing pins could break. Same thing with a revolver, but springs wear out. That helps with the action and recoil of the gun. Triggers can break, magazines can malfunction. One of the main reasons why semi-automatic pistols malfunction, lots of times it has a lot to do with the magazines. The magazines, sometimes the springs get weak, or even brand new pistols from certain manufacturers might have low quality springs and stuff like that. So semi-automatics are prone to malfunction overall, regardless to what brand it is. They all can fail and they all do malfunction. Revolvers, on the other hand, there's this myth with revolvers that, well, revolvers are super reliable. You get a revolver, you don't gotta worry about jamming problems and stuff. Partly true, but not all the way true. A lot of it is false. Revolvers are reliable. They are, for the most part, less problematic than semi-automatic pistols. But revolvers do have issues, even from the factory, even when they brand new. It happened to me years ago. But let me explain to you what can go wrong with a revolver. While there's not as many as a semi-auto because it has less parts, things still go wrong with revolvers. And sometimes it's the user is the problem and the cause for the failure. Now, one thing that goes wrong with revolvers is the timing. Like, this is timing. This is a Taurus model 856 38 special. When you pull, this is the cylinder. So like when you pull the trigger, you'll see it move. See how it moving? It's on the time. It's on the time. It's a timing in there. It has to line up perfectly. It has the time. It has to, every time you pull the trigger, it has to line up right with the barrel. So the bullet doesn't, you don't want the bullet, if it's not timed right. You see the barrel? What'll happen is it'll get caught somewhere right here. And that's bad. You don't want that. It'll get caught like in between cycling, in between rotation. If the timing gets thrown off, you don't want that. That's a bad thing. And what are some of the reasons why that can happen? There's a few reasons. Like I said, sometimes it's manufacturer error. Sometimes the timing is off when you first get the gun on certain manufacturers. It can even be high end revolvers that can happen too. You might get a bad apple out of the bunch. That can happen. But a lot of times, right, you see people on YouTube do it, and you see people do it all the time on videos, on movies. They like to cowboy the cylinder shut, and I'm not going to do that to my gun. I don't do that. Meaning, I'm going to demonstrate it with it closed. So pretty much, you see a lot of people do this with the revolvers. This will be open, and you'll see them do this, flick it like this, flicking it closed, like they think it's cool, but they're actually doing more damage to their revolver. So if you're watching this video and you have a revolver and you do this around your friends when the cylinder's open, you flicking it shut, don't do that. Stop doing that. you're doing damage to a certain part that locks in your cylinder, and this also that helps with the timing. Okay, uh, it's called cowboying. It's like you swinging this whole door, this whole thing, just boom. You just boom. You're slamming it in, boom. And what's happening when you're slamming in this cylinder? I'll show you. You see this little thing here? This right here. Let me get it good. See that? This little indent right here? That is called the hand. And what is the hand? I'll show you. Pay attention. You see these little notches right here on your cylinder? The hand locks into those. Every time you rotate the barrel, every time you rotate the cylinder, the hand catches on those little notches every time. That's what holds the cylinder in place. And when you cowboy your gun, you're gonna wear out. Eventually, you're gonna wear out that hand to the point where it's not gonna catch onto these notches anymore, and it's gonna wear out so bad that eventually you'll probably have an open cylinder where it'll just, you don't even have to use this to open it anymore because this is attached to your hand. This releases the cylinder off of the hand. Eventually, man, it'll get to the point where you don't have to press this. It'll just swing out by itself. So you can cowboy the shit out because you fucked it up. All right, so you don't want that. Okay, so please stop cowboying your gun. That's one of the main reasons why revolvers can fail over time, is because the hand will wear out if you keep swinging the cylinder closed like that. Gently close it. You know, just this right here. Just gently close it. You don't have to do this and oh, I'm cool. Look, I'm cool. Stop. Don't do it. Especially if you got a $1,200 fucking revolver like a Colt or something like that, or something crazy like that, and you sitting there, yeah, keep doing that. You're gonna have to send it right back to the manufacturer or something like that. And if you need it for something, your timing gonna be off because you damaged your hand, and that is not gonna cycle. So those are some of the things that can go wrong with revolvers. Pretty much, trigger springs can malfunction, just like in semi-autos. That's what it has in common with a semi-automatic. The trigger springs can mess up, the firing pins can break. They both have those in common, but revolver specific is the hand right here. That's one of the most important parts of your revolver. That can get worn down and thrown off. It'll mess everything up with your revolver. So don't do it. Stop being a cowboy. Treat your revolver with respect, and they'll treat you good too. Anyway, this is your boy Rebel Shooter. I'll catch you in the next one. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'm out.